Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today is Thursday. I just started off my reset, my midweek reset this morning. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But you know what? I'm aggravated right now because all day today. I'm not going to say all of you, but most of you four-wheelers out there, man, y'all are just making it harder for us not to kill you. There's a safety gap. We keep a gap between the vehicle in front of us and our truck. That's our safety gap. And just to give you an idea, most of the time, the bigger that gap is, the heavier the truck is, which means it takes it further to stop. It's not for you to squeeze in there, 4 or 5 of you at one damn time when everybody's braking as it is. I mean, we are the drivers. We're the professional drivers, they refer to us as, but you got these daggone Volvo Mafias, for example. They have their foot up here on the dash, all comfortable, lead back, foot on the dash, one hand on the wheel, other hand on the phone, scrolling. They're not paying attention. I don't know, man. I don't let stuff like that bother me, but today, man, it seemed like it was more than usual, and it just aggravated the piss out of me. So here's what happened. After I delivered that load on Tuesday afternoon, there really wasn't much of anything coming out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area on Tuesday evening or Wednesday that was really worth grabbing. But I got this load, I got a load that went out of Dallas on Thursday morning, which was today. And it went down to Katy, Texas. That load paid like $2.15, like $2.10 a mile. It was a $550 trip just for, a few hour drive. Then followed up with that, I dropped that off at Ross in Katy. Then I went over 1 mile over to Costco where I dropped that trailer off there last week. Last week Friday. And I went over to Costco, picked up a load, which I have now, and I'm taking it to Byhala, whatever, Mississippi. I will have it dropped off tomorrow. It's just a bunch of the old Niagara crates, which reminds me, is that a live unload? I don't remember. All day I've been operating that it is a live unload. I got an open appointment window tomorrow, so I don't have to be there any specific time. That makes more sense of why I scheduled what I did after that, because it's a bunch of the plastic empty crates that are going by, or empty black pallets going back to Niagara, so they'll have their robots unload me, and then I'd leave from there to Saturday morning. Saturday, and I just go about a mile away to Post Cereals, and I pick up a load going back to New Caney, to the Walmart in New Caney, Texas. Now, at that point, you've heard me talk about, I want to get my week started on Tuesdays. I want to get my stuff reset to where I can get my schedule to start on Tuesdays so I can start functioning from there and see how it can all work out the way I think it might, because, weekends are rough. They really are. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to go back to New Caney. I'll be there Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. I'm going to do another reset. Basically, all I'm working these 3 trips for is to cover cost. Not to make money, just so I don't go in the hole. You also heard me say I didn't want to cut my week short, so I wouldn't go in the hole just to get my schedule the way I want it, right? So, but now we're going into a new month. This month is over with, just about over with. Probably later in this video, when I'm sure that it's actually over with all my expenses. I just fueled up earlier. I don't think I'm going to need to fuel up again. But just in case I do, I'm going to wait to show you my spreadsheet and show you everything about it, show the numbers. But that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get back into Texas on Sunday, late a.m., early afternoon. I'm going to drop this off at Walmart, and I'm going to go over to my parking spot in New Caney. I'm going to do some laundry for that day and maybe get a Walmart order done to me, because I didn't realize it was Easter. So my buddy and his family's going to be out and about. But he's going on vacation that week, so Monday, me and him will meet up, we'll hang out and do whatever we do, just hang out and chill. And I got a bunch of shit. They let me use their address when I want something, when I purchase something. It's one of the addresses that I use, and I thought I was going to be coming in sooner, and since I got delayed a couple times, I ordered some other things. So now I got like probably 10 boxes, 10 packages there, and I hate having that much shit there. So I got to go by there and get all my stuff. I got clothes and hat and a couple little knick-knack things, vape supplies, because I'm out of juice. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I've already got a load Tuesday to start me. That's coming right out of Katy, going up to Springfield, Missouri. That'll be on the April spreadsheet. So like I said, once I'm pretty much probably by the end of this video, you will see the spreadsheet. I'll show you how to break it down and everything. It gives me the numbers. I've told you, I've been testing different areas and markets and parts of the country to where I can to link loads, figuring out what these loads are, which ones I like, which ones I don't want, which ones I do want, figuring out and trying to remember when they come up on the board. That's all this whole part of this learning process. So money is not my huge motivator right now. It hasn't been. And March shows that, because my numbers as a profit are pretty bleak, bleak, low, bad. Some of y'all are gonna be like, "Oh my God, why even bother?" Why? Because listen, I've said it from the beginning. Number one, money's not my motivator. That's from the beginning of when I changed my whole career almost 2 years ago now. It's not that yes, you need money. Money is important for life. But I worked hard for that 18 months, 16 months with Schneider, and saved and saved and saved. So I'm not broke, right? I still got my well, I won't say that. I still got some cushion left, right? So, and I spent the money that I had to spend to get over here, come with the rental car and the extra room that I had to pay for a while, the down payment and the use tax for fuel and all that crap. So anyway, I had to have a savings to pay for all that, plus have a savings for a cushion, because I knew I was going to go into this probably the first couple of months, figuring out how I like to work, how I want to run, where I want to run, when I want to be off, all that stuff. So, and I know Schneider's bread and butter, the honey hole is Midwest, Missouri, and all that. And people say, when I figure out where I want to land my roots, it'll be better. I still got more testing, because there's a couple of different areas that I'm going to start testing, like starting this week down in Texas. How can I work my way out of Texas for a couple of weeks or a week or two at a time, work my way back, have some time off, and then still make and make the right amount of money. Now I know the bread and butter is Middle East, but the problem is summertime I'm fine with that. I just don't want to live in those areas, is because Midwest rather, because I'm from West Virginia already. I know this. I've lived in Ohio, I've lived in Michigan, West Virginia, of course. I know those areas. I don't want to live there, because in wintertime, I just don't want to live in winter. I don't want winter. No snow and ice. I know it'll snow and ice. It'll everywhere at least once or twice a year. Facts. But I don't want to live in an area that has 3 or 4 months of winter. I just don't. That's me. I'm at this point in life. That's just what I want. And I'm going to do what I can to get what I want. That's just all there is to it. Some of you may not comprehend that right, or think I'm just being stupid or selfish or childish or picky. You're damn right I'm being picky. But at this point in my life, I do what I want. I want what I want, and my wants might change, maybe. But for now, that's the mindset that I'm working on. And I know there's going to be a point to where, if it's proven that what I want isn't going to work out with this board, then I've got to figure out the closest alternative or the closest compromise to making decent money and living wherever I want to live. But again, I'm not in a huge hurry. This spreadsheet, I'm gonna quit talking about it. We'll be able to break. I got to where we can break down numbers, and then it shows me areas of improvement. And we'll talk about all that stuff here later on in the video. Like I said, I want to make sure I don't have to get fuel no more. I don't think I'm going to need to. Maybe, let me see, I'm 460 miles away. I just parked for the night. I had like an hour and a half left of my 14. I'm yawning, my eyes are heavy, or my eyes heavy. See, so and I don't want to be driving like that. So and it's 7:30 in the PM in Central Standard Time right now. Where am I? I'm in Love's in Lufkin, Texas. Lufkin, Lufkin. That's exactly where I'm at. Lufkin, right off US 59. Heading north, I'll hit 30 at some point, and go up to 40, and go straight through Memphis and hit southeast a little bit, and get to Byhalia, Mississippi. I'll also tell you, you've heard me talk about it before. I've had the Truckload about 7 weeks now, and I mentioned I want to get fog lamps. I want to get fog lights on this thing. And the more I say it, the more I think about it, the more I want it, the more I want it, the more I want it. Now at the point to where I want those fucking fog lights on the truck, right? So I called Freightliner Houston today, and told them what I wanted. I've done a search around the interwebs, and I haven't really been able to find an LED light. I want the fog lamps to pretty much match my headlights. I want them to look similar, close enough to similar to where they, match. So I called them and I told them what I wanted, and they said, "Let me give you a call back." So he gave me a call back just a few minutes later. I was parked at the time, of course, and he's like, "I found you. Here's the part numbers." I wrote the part numbers down, and he said, "This is what I recommend for your truck, and they're $218 and some change a piece." Okay, what about installation? Would y'all install them? He said, "I got to transfer you to service for that." So he transferred me to service, and they said, "Well, we can't really give you a quote over the phone. You got to bring the truck in and let us look at it, then we can give you an estimate." But you ain't got a book telling you how long a job takes? She went, "No, we don't." I'm like, "Well, whatever." But she did say our service fee is $220 an hour. Now, my only issue is when I do buy fog lamps, I've seen some decent ones, some cool looking ones, and ones that would work on Amazon for about $150. So that might be the route that I go. But I guess my question is, do I need a wiring harness? Because you know, if you pull out the headlight here, I guess that activates your fog lights. But I was wondering the whole time, couldn't it be just as simple as putting the fog lights in and me just splicing the wire into where the low beam headlight is, or even the parking lamp, and just splice it in there and just tee it together? That way when the park lights come on, the fog lamps come on, and they're always on. Can't I just do that? I mean, wouldn't that be the simplest way? It would work, right? That's redneck ingenuity. You just splice the wire, do a little T-clamp, and every time there's power to the lights, your fog lamps come on. They're always on. I don't know. And if I do happen to have the harness, and you know what I'm talking about, whoever you are right now who would know, let me know the lamps you would suggest, the fog lights you would suggest. Hell, email me. If you can't put it all in the comments, like links and stuff, email me. Email's in the description, it always has been. And tell me what everything I need to have. I mean, I'm not super mechanic. I mean, I'm sort of, I can follow directions. So, yeah, just let me get some input on fog lights for this thing. That's what I want. And you know, I think that's gonna be my first big upgrade. I say big, but it's just fog lamps, right? But my first upgrade to the truck, putting fog lights on it. If I can get them for the lights themselves, $300-400, I wasn't expecting $220 an hour. I mean, and they charged me 2 hours. It probably won't even take that long. They're charging $500 of labor. That's horse shit, man. That is horse shit. About as bad as horse shit as daggone drivers cutting me off all damn day. And what I really hate too, forget the gap that you're closing when we're in traffic. What I hate the most is when you four-wheelers, you'll speed up. I'm going 71 mile an hour, right? That's my cruise control, 71 to 75. You'll speed up to pass me, get in front of me, just slow down to 68. What the fuck? Sorry. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Why would you do that? Then I gotta, of course, get over, take my 3 mile an hour faster than your ass, whatever it takes to be past you, you back over, and then your dumb ass wants to do it again. I don't have a clue. You just slow me down, and like I said earlier, you're making it harder for us not to kill you. But the reason I didn't have a video yesterday on Wednesday is because, like I said, I didn't really have much to say. I was doing a reset in Dallas. I think I'd rather not have a video up as opposed to putting something up saying, hey, yo, I'm in Dallas, blah, blah, blah. What really wasn't much to say. You'd have been boring anyway. So, anyway, that's it for now. And I'm going to go back in the sleeper. I went into the Love's here, and I got me a chicken Parmesan Caesar salad. And I got me, what did I get? I got snacks. Got me a beef stick. Got me a couple things of water, of course. And got me a berry and cheese pastry and an apple pie. So that's my dinner for now. Why did I not get really, like, you say real food? Because I got Arby's. I'm not a big fan of Arby's. Every sometimes I will, and usually when I do go to Arby's, I'll get like some of the cheese sticks or their jalapeno poppers. This place don't even have the fried appetizers, so whatever. Anyhow, I will see y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning probably. Oh, good morning, YouTube. It's Friday. Right now it's 10 after 8. My alarm went off at 6 a.m. I got up, I set up, turned the alarm off, and about 6:03 a.m. I said nope. I reset the alarm for 8, laid back down, went to sleep. I woke back up about 7:30, 7:40, somewhere in that window. I wasn't having it. I got to sleep last night before about 11, so I don't know, just for whatever reason, I just didn't. It wasn't enough for me to start today. So it's Friday, like I said, I gotta go finish this delivery. Let's see, we stopped at a Love's in Lufkin, Texas, and we are load up. We are, come on, damn you, Niagara. 476 miles away from Niagara in Byhalia, Mississippi. Skip that. Just give me the numbers, man. Which should, I'm guessing, 8-9 hours. Stop all these pop-ups, you damn ass trucker path. It'll tell me in a second. Problem is, every morning I wake up, I reboot my company tablet and I reboot my tablet just to restart and refresh the brains or whatever. So get all the cluster out of there, the caches and all that crap. So it should take about 8.5 hours, it says. So if I leave right now, I should be there right around 4:35 p.m. Central Time. But I won't be leaving right now. I'll be leaving in about 20 minutes. I'm going to go over to the Love's, use the restroom, and grab a breakfast sandwich or whatever they have in there. And then, of course, throughout the day, I'm going to take a 30. So realistically, I might get there about 6. I should be there about 6, depending on traffic encounters. We got to go up through Texarkana and then go, well, how it goes, we'll go up hit 30. And then we'll hit 440. Sorry, from where we're at 59, we go up into Texarkana, we go 30 east, and then we'll hit, in Little Rock, we'll hit 440, the bypass for 11 miles, and then we'll hit 40 up in northern Little Rock, and then go all the way into West Memphis, and then, or into Memphis, and then go a little south from there. So we'll have to go through Texarkana, Little Rock, and Memphis today. So I should be there by 6 though, and then I got that pick up in the morning to get me back to New Caney. So anyhow, that's it. Let's get going. I done my pre-trip already. Now I'm just kind of letting her warm up, and I'll do a warm-up check on the oil, and then just move forward. I mean, the oil's fine, but you just never know. Shit breaks at random times, even when you're parked overnight. That's why you do pre-trips, man, and post-trips. Post-trips is to make sure no tires busted during the day or whatever, nothing leaked, and You didn't hit nothing, it wasn't really, you were looking for damage. You're also checking fluids, because shit breaks, you know. And then the pre-trip is, in my opinion, more important than the post-trip, because you got to do a pre-trip after a post-trip. You're not doing the move in between there. So your pre-trip is very, very thorough. Post-trip, honestly, it's not super thorough. You just look for anything obvious. But pre-trip is very thorough. So anyhow, that's it. Let's get to the road and see if we can get this thing delivered by 6 o'clock this evening. Yeah. All right, we're here. We got here at like 10 minutes to 5. After a few minutes of talking to them and figuring out what was going on, they gave me a dock. It's now 5:06. I've been in the dock for about 3 minutes, and I got a red light. They're unloading, so good. And I just realized, I knew like when I booked the load, my next load, which was post cereal brands, instead of like about a mile away, it's literally right across the street. But my pickup window isn't from 6 a.m. till tomorrow sometime, so I just tried to call them and I can't get no one to answer. So, and I am in Memphis, or I'm in Bahia, which is just right outside of Memphis, West Memphis area. Let me turn my AC down. It's probably loud for you guys, but it's a little warm. It's like 82 degrees, sunbeaming on me. But a lot of truckers have been robbed in West Memphis or Memphis area over the past few weeks, month or so. At gunpoint, and trucks being broke into, and you know, if I stop anywhere, if I go anywhere, it's going to be the West Memphis yard, which is 45 miles away, an hour drive. I'm gonna if they're not answering the phone, I'm gonna just swing by there once I leave here and ask, hey, if it's ready. If it is, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up tonight, and then go to the Memphis yard and sleep there tonight, so I don't have to come 45 miles back here in the morning, which would suck. It would really suck. And if I can get it tonight, if it's ready, that means I'll deliver tomorrow evening, which would be great. So. But man, on the way through here, I'll see if I have footage for it. I don't remember the time, but there was like a 16-mile traffic backup. The Interstate 40 westbound was shut down at mile marker 216, or exit 216, mile marker exit, whatever. There was forcing off traffic off of that exit. But before you get to that, around mile marker 205, it's 206 area, there was a flatbed truck that had gotten an accident earlier that day hauling a bunch of lumber. It was still kind of, they had most of it in the median. I noticed prior getting up to that, I noticed didn't much traffic going west. And then I found out why, because then there's no traffic behind it, of course, because they got it blocked off. So, but after I found out where they got it blocked off at mile marker 216, the end of that line is mile marker 232. So I started getting on the radio, like, listen, y'all, get off 233 now. Get off at 233. If you're not going to get off at 233, you're going to be stuck on I-40 for the rest of the night, because who knows how long it's going to take them to open that up. I just hope. Now, it should be, because they had the wrecker there when I was there, and they had most of the lumber there. They had a little Kubota tractor or what have you there picking up and moving around lumber. So hopefully in the morning when I go through there, it's opened. Hopefully. We shall see. If not, I'm going to look it up for sure. And if it's not open, I will find a detour around that, because that's like 50 miles of stretch of road that you have to get around somehow. From like 205, well, about 30 miles. But if you get in that traffic after you pass 233, mile marker 233, you're not going nowhere. You're stuck. There's no way to get off. There's no way to turn around. You're just stuck. So hopefully they have it all done in the morning by the time I'm ready for it. we'll see what happens. But also, hopefully, I can grab that daggone load tonight. I will pick that thing up as soon as I pull across the street. But I feel them unloading me, so hopefully I'm not here long. I did tell them, because Niagara is one of those automated places, right? You have to you use a call box at the gate. They let you in, like when you're getting loaded, you just back up to whatever dock they tell you. Robots load you, and it's usually water. Robots load you, and when you're done, you go out the exit part, and then you go through this little shack there, this little building, and you type in on their tablet, and it prints you out your BOLs and all that shit. You grab one of those seals and you seal it. It's all manual, all automatic. You don't see anybody doing this load. So, but I did say the BOL did say for me to leave my BOLs in the back. So I'm thinking whoever's unloading me is going to sign it. I figured it was just going to be robots unloading me, which they might be robots unloading me, but there's got to be somebody back there confirming whatever. So I guess they'll sign my BOL and leave it in the back of the truck. I will just look, and hopefully that's the case. I don't think I should go through the computer part anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, that's it for now. Hopefully, I'll give you an update whether I can get if I can pick up that load tonight, and I really hope I can. It's right there, man. You make a right into Niagara, you make a left in the post. They're right here. Niagara's right here. Post is right here. So I'm gonna keep trying to call them though. See if I can get some confirmation on it. We'll see. All right. So when I got a hold of post finally. I got a hold of security, and they don't even see the load in the system. They said they won't see it unless it's already being loaded or has been loaded. So they said it's gonna be loaded overnight. They won't see it this early. So I couldn't get it. So I'm at West Memphis, 44 miles. Just because Memphis is not safe at any truck stops right now. So surrounding areas. So I'm just going to come here to the OC. I'm going to have dinner. I walked in. The cafe's already closed, so had to go vending machine. Got a patty melt and some Fritos. So that's going to be dinner. And I'm just going to relax, wind down. And then we'll get to finish it up to we'll go pick up that load in the morning at Post. It's a Walmart load going back to New Caney, Texas, and then I'm gonna take a couple days off and then get back to work. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, hello YouTube. It's now Saturday. I got up this morning. I went ahead and picked up that load. I'm en route. I've already traveled about 150 miles ish, somewhere in that window. Well, I can tell you exactly. Let's go right here. Push this button. 186 miles I have driven. But it is it's 2 o'clock, a little after 2:10, and my belly's starting to rumble, so it's time for lunch. Now, if you've traveled I-40 at all between Memphis and Little Rock, you pass mile marker 183, which is Carlisle, Arkansas. And on the way, either way, on the way up to that exit, you'll see big billboards, big billboards advertising a place called Nick's Barbecue and Catfish. I've never stopped, but I just did. I just stopped. And judging by it's got RV parking and truck parking. It's Saturday afternoon, but judging by the amount of trucks that are here and the amount of regular people that are here on the parking lot, this place has got to be good. So here's just one side. The lot on the other side of the building is full. The truck lot that I'm on is full. So we're going to go in here and see if this place is as good as it's presenting itself. I want some good barbecue, catfish, I don't know. We'll go in here and see what it's like. Well, by the time I left my truck and got back to the truck, it's been an hour. So my 30-minute break turned into an hour. However, I walked into the place and I got seated pretty quickly. And what I ordered was one of their combination platters. Catfish, shrimp, and barbecue. What I ended up getting was like three catfish fillets. I had 4. These shrimp were jumbo, monster-sized shrimp. And 3 bones of ribs as my barbecue. 2 sides, got some tater salad and some coleslaw. And it ended up coming with a big piece of Texas toast and a couple hush puppies. $27 for all that. Pretty good. Now, the wait time, they kept apologizing to me. Said, man, so sorry for the wait. because it did get delayed probably about 30 minutes before I even got my food. But I was just sitting there chatting to a nice little family of 4 next to me. Looked like maybe a older couple, which I'm assuming were the parents of this lady, and I'm assuming the younger boy was the lady's child. So maybe grandparents, mom and dad, daughter, and a granddaughter. So nice people. That was their first time there too. While I was waiting for food, I was reading Google reviews, and some people just, like anywhere else, they have bad experiences for whatever reason. When the food came out, I'll tell you right now, it was fresh. The fish especially, it was super, super hot and fresh. And then a guy came out and was talking to us during our meal. He's like, man, we just had a big event we had to plan for. It slowed us down, and we apologize for the delay. But listen, I was like, listen, I passed your sign numerous times. I figured I'd stop and give you a chance. And it was good. I enjoyed it. Nothing on my plate I didn't like. It was all fresh. It was really, really good. And he's like, he even mentioned, I know it's a little pricey around here. I said, well, people don't really mind paying a little bit more if the quality is good. And they nailed it on quality. And for me, $27 for all the food I got, they're big portions. It wound up being $30 after tax, and I tipped the waitress $10. So $40 I spent in there. I'll come back. And he also says, he said, I didn't think this place would be like an overnight parking spot. But he said if you ever come through here and you need to park, just park out here. So they do allow overnight parking here for truckers, which is great. But yeah, I'll come back. Nick's Barbecue and Catfish in Carlisle, Arkansas, off of Interstate 40, exit 183.
One of these heads in a bowl. All y'all damn drivers in there eating a bowl of food.
Yeah, okay. Yabba dabba do. Let's get to Texas. Alright, so I decided to park. I didn't go a whole lot further. What was that? 180 some miles when we stopped last time? I'm at 350 now. So I only went a couple hundred miles, or about 160 miles since then. I'm 240 miles away from delivery. I'll be there in the morning tomorrow, 4 hours away. And I wasn't expecting I was planning on being there around noon or 1 anyway. And then drop and hook, shoot 10 miles over to my park spot, and then do a reset, have a day and a half off out of the truck, go to my buddies and hang out and all that shit. So anyway, timing's right. So I did add more fuel this morning. I probably could have made it, but I felt like it was just smart to get fuel. So now, with that said, my spreadsheet is done. Right? The spreadsheet's done. You ready to see some final numbers? I'm going to be recording the audio and everything from the tablet screen capture thing. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, or how it's going to sound, but you'll be able to see better. So let's look at my monthly numbers for March. This is the spreadsheet you've heard me talk about. My engine is running, the AC is on because it's still warm. It's like 76 degrees. Oh no, my dash is 80, but realistically it's probably 76. This right here with the yellow header, this is every load that I had done this month of March. And this one here, this right here is the last one that I'm currently on, the Bahia to New Caney, Texas. Now let's break it down. Notice the first 5 trips there has no empty miles to it because I was still creating the form. I wasn't finished with it. So the numbers over here for the first 5 is load miles are added with the empty miles. So that's just total miles. Then it comes down, it'll add both of these gray columns here. These are auto calculations. I have equations put in there to where they will give me totals automatically. So when I put like the empty miles and the load miles, it'll give me a total mile right there. Then I put in the rate of the trip, and then it'll break that down to what's my RPM, the rate per mile. For every single trip I have this, and it's all in here automatically. I'm going to kind of scroll down this list here. It looks like, let's count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I only did 14 loads in March. Again, March has been I've told y'all before, this is my learning experience, testing different areas. Where do I want to be? Where do I not want to be? So when we get to the final numbers, I break everything down and what it is. And what this does, it gives us a baseline to go from. But you can see, I can already tell, and it also gives me, like I said, we have the baseline. We can see areas of improvement. These little areas like these 180 mile, 120 mile, 100, let's try to lower the deadhead miles, right? So that's going to be area of improvement. Now we'll come down below all of our trip, actually right here. If you look at column H, it's just a little thing I put in there for myself. My total deadhead miles for the month was 667 miles. Total miles driven was 9,970. And then when you take up, you don't want to see that stuff over there yet. And then the gross RPM was $1.47 per mile. Average all my trips together, and my $1.47 was my average rate per mile. I need to make that better. Now, when you come down here, you see my fuel and def. Every time I got fuel, every time I got def, it's all right here. Again, all I do is put in the date, put the location, how many gallons, the pump price. Then the gray areas, again, those are the auto calculations. The gray area for the first gray area for pump total, we'll take the pump price and the gallons, give us what the pump total was. Then it takes our discount from us, and then it puts my cost. Same thing on the def side. And then the total on the def side combines both fuel and def to one total. Again, everything's being auto-calculated as we go. Let's look at deductions. Let's look at the fixed deductions right here. These are pretty much all fixed. Granted, the orange section of my subscriptions, those can be gone at any time. But right now, these are my fixed expenses. SFI deductions, $13.51.18 every week. $11.06.18 for my lease. $145 for my managed maintenance account, MMA, and $100 truck credit. What that truck credit does, I can use it for anything pretty much, but it just takes $100 out of my pay and puts it into account, and it sits there and sits there and sits there until I decide to use it. So essentially, what that's going to do is give me 4 weeks vacation a year. 5,200 over a year, essentially will give me 4 weeks vacation a year. So there's going to be times I'm not going to want to drive, take a week off here and there, and that truck credit balance is going to be what that's for. And then you see my insurance right here below it. All those insurances. That's 200 and what is that total a week? I put it somewhere. It's I think it's 250 or something. You can look at it and do the quick math if you want. Let's do quick math together. Why not? So 117, 123, 155, 160, 164, 166, 70, 205. Let's say 205. That's what it is. About 205 quick math. And then over to the subscription side is everything that I have a subscription for trucking. Trucker Path, ATBS, and DriveWise. Trucker Path is my GPS. That's what I use. That's what I use as my GPS, and I use that coincide with the company GPS. ATBS is the accounting firm, helping me with my taxes and keeping everything legit. And DriveWise, of course, with Schneider discount, winds up being $7.75 a month. But I break it, like I said, I got it broken down weekly. So I have it stuff broken down weekly to where it shows everything, keeps track of numbers. I'm a big numbers guy. Now let's go down to my expenses. Every time I scale or buy parking, or if I decide to, actually I need to do something right here. So what's this? What is today, the 30th? It is the 30th, right? Yes. 30. 24, we'll go over, and you just say $80. What was that for? We got our truck wash today. We got it done this morning before I went down to over to Post. Right after I left the West Memphis OC this morning, I got a truck wash. All right, so now there's all the expenses that I incur normally. Other expenses, my fixed ones, which is the red, maroon, and orange, is my fixed expenses, and this other stuff is what I will buy here on the road. Now, let me start over here just a little slowly. Hang on, I don't want to go too fast. Let's go right here. All right, all of my expenses. Let me take this. I don't want to. There's another column over there. I don't need y'all to see right yet. Here we go. Now, got a red box around this thing that tells me this is all pretty much calculation things, but I got a couple areas that I manually put stuff in. But it takes my total gross, $14,703.08 of all my trips together. Then I minus the fuel, which is calculated at $4,927.81. Then all of my SFI deductions, $5,404.72. My insurance is $820.80. All my subscriptions cost me $112.73 a month. Now, all the other expenses that I spend out here, $194.50. Scales, you really can't do much about unless you book out lighter loads all the time. But like reserve parking, some nights you have to, some nights you just want to, whatever. And then, of course, the truck wash that I got done today. Now, the tolls come out monthly. You don't really know what your tolls are because the tolls come out your last pay period of the month. And your tolls are from like this month, that $106.97 for tolls. That was all the tolls that I ran in February. But I pay for it in March. Remember the fuel card fee? Every time you use your fuel card, you got to pay $1. So actually, I need to add one to that today because I didn't do it this morning. I need to do it back, make it 16, and be done with it. All right, so $16 fuel card fee, and then I saw this fuel tax fee this month, and I guess that's a fuel state tax is what it was. It's state tax, not fuel tax. Well, whatever. It's fuel state tax. I haven't seen it before, and apparently it's a monthly thing with like tolls. I'm hoping, but yeah, that was an unexpected toll. So now y'all want to see some real numbers? Again, like I said, I'm playing and working with things and trying to figure things out in different routes. What works best for me, where I want to work, where I don't want to work, and so forth. So these numbers aren't going to be super impressive for you guys. So, gross income minus all expenses. My net income for the month was $3,073.96. I even have it broken down for my pay weeks, all my deposits. Now, my deposits, you see, is a little higher than my net because the month's kind of off track just a little bit. Now, the important things here to what will help us grow and get better is this. Out of that $14,703.08 gross, I drove 9,970 miles to get that. My average gross, or my gross rate per mile, was $1.47. Now, to figure out your cost per mile, you take your total expenses and divide that by the miles that you drove. So my fixed expenses are $63.38.25. My variable this month was $5,034.78, which gave me a total of $11,373.03 of expenses. Divide that by the $99.70, and you get your $1.14 cost per mile. So it cost me $1.14 a mile to run the truck this month. Which, after this, when you take your gross rate per mile minus your cost per mile, and it tells you what your gross CPM was for the mile. So I technically only made 33 cents a mile in the month of March. Take that 33 cents, multiply it by 99.70, you'll get that's technically all I made in March. Again, I have these numbers broken down to where I can find my cost per mile. I want to find the magic numbers for me, and this is how my brain works. I work better off numbers. If I see how the numbers perform, I can fix those. Now you want to see what's great? Hang on. Let me just delete this. Oop, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to delete April because I just had that kind of Can I undo that real quick? Yeah, I can. I ain't got to do that. I was going to show you what a scary number. I can show you this way. I've already created April. And you want to see what's scary is I start the month off negative $6,338.25. That's my starting point every single month. Negative $338.25. That's just with my fixed stuff in there. All the stuff that comes out every week. No ifs, ands, or buts. All this comes out. But I've already got this set up for April. Like I said, some of it's going to be like dogging because the numbers are, why would you do this? And the answer to that question is because I have long-term vision. I know where I want to be, and I know where I want to get. Having these numbers right here in front of me will show me where I need to work on to get to where I want to be. It's not all now, right? And some people just quit. How you gonna quit it for 6 weeks? I don't get some people's mentality or work ethic. I just don't get it. But I'm nobody to judge. I can say, hey, I think you're being stupid for giving up so quickly. I think you're just grabbing something without looking to follow up. I think there's better ways of doing what you're doing. But you know, I'm just doing what's for me, right? Now I am, of course, open to hearing suggestions and comments and opportunities possible. But just like me, I'm not going to try to tell you what you should be doing or try to tell you what to do. I mean, I'll offer a suggestion, but you're your own man. You're your own person. So anyhow, there's the numbers. Now, this sheet might work out good for some of you people. If you decide that you want access to this sheet, I might make a copy of it, delete all my information, leave everything, all the calculations in there, and then, I don't know. Let me know if you want something like that. And if you do, I might open it up. But the problem with that is if people... I'm not as good at Google Sheets as I am with Microsoft Excel. In Microsoft Excel, I can lock sheets, and I can create macro reset buttons to where all you do is push a button. You can't ruin, and the user cannot ruin the interface. The user cannot ruin all the equations and formulations I put in. Google Sheets may have that, but I'm not very familiar with Google Sheets and how that works 100% yet. Still learning. So at one point, when I get to that point and I find out that Google Sheets has that option, then yeah, I won't have any problem releasing a form like this because you won't be able to mess it up. So anyway, that's the numbers for March of 2024 for Country Transports LLC. Let me know what you think about the spreadsheet. Let me know if you think that I am missing something in here very important that I need to be calculating as well. Because of my personal stuff, I don't have it in here, right? I don't have it in here. Like all my subscriptions I'm out here, my T-Mobile bill, just all my personal shit, right? So that's not on here. This is all business expenses under the name. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and just cut the video now. It's Saturday night. I'm going to get up in the morning, drop this thing off in New Caney, Walmart, and just relax for a couple of days. I've already got books lined out. I've already got loads booked up for Tuesday when I come back to work. And we're going to try my theory, or what I said I wanted to get back on work on Tuesday, and I want to start work over Tuesday and Tuesday and Tuesday. So we'll see how it works out. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. And that bonus video didn't happen. I hate whatever. I beat myself up over that. Anyway, thank you so much for the support. Appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next video.